Which of these celebrities was not born in New Mexico? Well, the answer is B, Emma Stone.
This is a dill pickle, a mighty pretty pickle, especially when he joins you at the show. We have lots of pretty pickles waiting for you at the refreshment center. They're plump, tender, mouth-watering. Wouldn't one taste good right now?
Welcome to Indie Insights. My name is Dirk Norris. I'm the president of the New Mexico Film Foundation. And Alex and Lauren have taken a step outside for a few minutes for whatever people take a step outside for. So I'm talking with Navajo filmmaker Nick Nelson, who is currently a student at UNM and has been working on a film, a pilot, and a series called The End Begins. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you very much, Dirk.
So this program shows old movies, and we're kind of tying that in with current filmmakers and influences that may exist. And I just realized that some of the younger filmmakers that we have here may not have been exposed to some of the older films that might be showing. But that doesn't mean you haven't seen, we were talking earlier, and John Wayne films had kind of influenced you in a way, and some of the World War II and Vietnam War films. So talk a little bit about that. How has that influence been? And in particular, that influence of you being a Navajo, a Native American filmmaker.
Well, I think it's just the fact that there's a lot of misinterpretations. And just coming from the reservation near Shiprock, or in Shiprock, I was pretty much limited to what we watch out there. And there's a lot of John Wayne films I watched with my grandparents. And when you're young, you know, it's entertainment. But as you grow older, you understand there's something off there, and you start noticing that all the natives there have blue eyes, and there's a lot of makeup running around and doing the usual war cries.
All right.
And just seeing that, and at the same time, growing up on World War II films and Vietnam films, and also looking at books that were based on it, I started to see there's a different side to this war, and there's a different side to every story. And that's when I started to decide, well, that's when I decided, well, I think it'd be good to show the more native side that I was told through oral history. And that's the way we share stories through generations, oral history. Right. And
so those influences, at one point did you say, hey, I've got I've got my own stories to tell, I've got to do it my way?
I'd say that happened in the early 90s. Because during that time I always asked my dad how they do these movies, you know, growing up with Aliens and Terminator. I always wondered how they do certain stuff, and he would say, you know, just keep on watching. And he started breaking it down to maybe they could just use cardboard boxes as walls, and he had electronics, so he would show me how to build my own play sets. And I started thinking about, okay, well, it's not a full world they were making, it was actually segments only what the camera saw. And from there, just the ideas grew off of that. I wanted to start exploring more of that, about how I can create my own little visuals at home.
So you're in the film program at UNM now, in the IFDM program. Yeah. And that's the Independent Film and Digital Media, or no, it's Independent, you say it. I've got it all wrong.
It's an interdisciplinary film and digital media.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a film program, but you're also getting information and courses from different departments throughout the university.
Yes, and so, yeah, exactly. Yeah. We also go through the Fine Arts Department, which is mostly what I'm concentrated in. There's also the Media Arts Department, and there's parts of computer science and business as well.
Is film theory and film appreciation part of that program?
Yes, and that's taught through the Fine Arts and also the Media Arts Department.
So what kind of movies do they show for, or clips for like the appreciation part?
Well, they show a lot of Citizen Kane, North by Northwest. Right. A lot of Buster Keaton films, just understand body language on film, the importance, the difference between theater and film. A lot of Hitchcock. Not just Psycho, more of his older films. Right. And somewhat more modern films like Control with a K, which is a very underrated film, but it's extraordinary, and also a lot of Coen brother films. Right. And, you know, stuff like that.
Before color came along, of course, black and white, and I'm a fan of black and white films. You know, there's nothing like, if you've never seen like The Wizard of Oz, which the first part is black and white, if you haven't seen that on a big screen, that's just like really incredible, right?
That's, okay, so secretly, as I was growing up, that was my favorite, that still is my favorite film of all time.
And why has that been a secret?
Just because being around a bunch of friends who are all into action movies, sports movies, whatever, and especially around family, I just, that was my little gem. You know, it was my secret gem. That's something I was figured, okay, everybody's out of the house, they're not going to bug me, they're not going to say it's too long, they're not going to say why there's so much singing, because I just loved everything about it. And I think also the fact that it's just well done. It's well scripted, they casted it perfectly, even though they recasted the Tin Man. And one of the Phantom events, I actually watched a special edition of The Wizard of Oz on the big screen, and they gave a little behind the scenes before the film started.
Oh,
and I was very excited about that.
Terrific.
And I also got a vintage poster of it too.
Wow, wonderful. That's great. So we've got to go, but before we do, The End Begins. Do you have a website that people can go to and find out more about it?
Yeah, it's coming soon, theendbeginsseries.com.
Okay. Just real quickly, there's a trailer that you did in Diné.
Yes, and Diné, which is the Navajo language, Diné Pizad.
So that'll be great.
It is, and it really gives a whole lot of story and pretty much the backstory to the entire series if you can understand it. But there's also an English subtitle trailer as well.
Right, great. You've been watching Indie Insights. I'm your host, Dirk Norris. I think Lauren and Alex are back now, so appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, boss!
Yeah?
You're right on time. Look behind you.
Let's saddle up, men. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Quirt, what does baguette mean?
I think I hear him.
Yeah,
Let's get cinched up.
I don't know how I missed this book. You know, you're not very pretty, but I like you just the same on account of your head works. It's much nicer this way. You make it interesting. You know, anybody could just shoot these guys, but you think of an interesting way of doing it. And you know, Quirt, I hate to shoot people. I remember I shot a waddy once in Montana, and I dreamed about it all the next night. And of course, there's always witnesses, and you gotta shoot the witnesses.
Stop jabbering and let's go.
Okay, take it easy, pal. Stitching time, you know. I don't want to lose my war bags. And again, I figure if you'd change your mind about shooting if Loretta was with these guys.
Step up on that horse.
Okay, you got it. Or maybe you're just crowding Laredo into drawing on you in front of a lot of people. Trying to save them for a big night in town, huh? Hey, go.
Let's go.
It's a horse like Quirt Evans. Yeah, that's just who it is.
Next time we're face to face.
Yeah, I know. Why don't you light out in those new boots and see if you can run him down?
You know, this champagne may be a lot fancier than whiskey, but it sure don't give quick action.
To tell you the truth, I don't really like it, but it's very fashionable. How do you like it, Lila?
Tickle's going down, and it's expensive, so I like it. You sleepy, tall man?
Nope.
Tired?
No.
Worried? Or maybe just plain bored?
Not a chance, baby. You're never bored.
I wish I had that in writing. You know, it's been a long time since you told me that my hair reminded you of corn silk.
All right. Your hair reminds me of corn silk.
All gold and tawny?
That's right. All gold and tawny.
You've changed. You're less romantic and a lot more absent-minded.
Take a turn at the wheel. Win yourself a farm in Kansas.
I don't want a farm in Kansas.
All right, I'll win you a trip around the world.
Miss Neal, the customers are waiting, and that's no way to treat customers.
$25 out and on the red.
Give me a stack of blues.
There's something in your eyes a little bit different, something that appeals to me. I love the way they change from angel to devil, always full of mystery. There's something in your smile a little bit different, something I've been looking for. If I could just be sure that you're on the level, I would never ask for more. I got a funny little feeling the first time we met.
17 odd and black. 17. There goes the last button on my shirt. All right, buddy, you gonna let it ride? On or off of 17?
Cash me in.
There's something in your kiss a little bit different, something that I never knew. In every way, you're just a little bit different. That's why I love you.
Gee, thanks for the money, Daddy. I hope you didn't think I was him.
Bourbon, large glass.
Hey, there's plenty of room on either side. Do you have to come bulling in here between us?
I didn't see you.
You interrupted a very important discussion on serious matters regarding big things. Me and my brothers don't like it.
Gentlemen, no trouble, please. We just put the place back together after the last difference of opinion. Gentlemen, what with the breakage and the overhead, mainly the breakage, I've had a dreadful time keeping body and soul together.
If what I think is going to happen happens, it'll round out a full day.
Here's your trip.
What's eating you, tall man?
Did you have words with those Baker brothers?
Who?
Those 4 rhinos.
No?
It's told around they're quarrelsome citizens.
Gentlemen, let's consider the incident closed. Watch our tempers.
Maybe I ought to go apologize. More whiskey.
Come, gentlemen, let's act like this.
I'll be right back, I hope. Where you been? Oh, Andy's always on tape.
Gentlemen, you don't know what you're doing to me. Please, I got large bills.
Hey, wait a minute, it's me!
You go ahead, get it back.
Watch out for that chair.
That's my old friend, Billy. Come on, Billy, get in. Come on and get over it. Get into that building. Come on, Billy, get him. Now, tight up. Go on, keep after him. You got him. Now you got him. That's fine, Billy.
Thanks. I must have hit the wrong man.
I'll say you stingy.
Hey, Bert. Sorry, Court. How you doing? Don't worry about me. Come on. You wait outside and check them and count them as we throw them out. Don't count. It's getting late.
Oh, honey, I was so afraid you'd get hurt.
And I'll never see my darling anymore. I'm sitting by the river and I'm weeping all the day. From your Kentucky shore. Oh, it's wonderful. We got money and whiskey and lovely ladies. Just had a beautiful fight. I tell you, we really ought to be thankful for our blessings.
Ah, you've been reading that Bible again.
That's something I never thought I'd see.
What?
A Bible with your name on it. Now, where would you get a Bible?
Quart! Oh, Randy, stop him.
With what?
Where's he going? Has he forgotten something?
No.
Penny, what is wrong with thee of late? Tablecloths don't belong in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unsaddle my horse, will you, kid?
Sure.
Want to board her for a while?
Of course, you're always welcome.
Quirt.
Hello. Well, I haven't had a decent meal since I left here. Chocolate?
Not very good. The flour, you know.
Well, I'll just stick around till you get one right.
I'll feed the chickens.
So early, Penny?
Yes. Help me, Quirt.
Does it take two to feed a few chickens, Mother?
At times, Thomas, at times. Remember?
You came back?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know exactly.
Why did you go away without saying anything?
I don't know that exactly either.
I think it was because I frightened you. Oh, I know that sounds strange that I should frighten you, but I mean it. You were frightened because I was stupid. And you thought that living with me would be tiresome and dull after a while. Tiresome and dull because all I knew, raised since a baby here on the farm, was our belief that people love, marry, and stay together forever after that. Oh, I'm not such a fool not to know that outside in worldly places people love it. It doesn't have to follow that they marry and stay together forever. I know that sometimes they separate.
Are you ever going to run down and let me talk?
No, Court, that's what you were afraid of, that I'd tie myself around your neck, and when you got tired, you couldn't be rid of me. And I made up my mind if you came back, I'd tell you this, that whenever you want, Court, you can be.
If I go away, you go with me. If I go away, they go with me.
I used to be an Indian fighter. Just can't help walking up soft on people. Morning, Missy. This young man been doing any traveling since I was here last? All over Casa Verde lost a big herd a few days ago. Why, Missy, cat got your tongue?
Why ask her? You know I've been traveling. You looked in the corral to see how my horse shaped up.
I did just that. And he sure covered a lot of country. He's a right weary animal. I just wanted to see would the young lady lie for you.
I was going to.
You been over Casa Verde way?
I've been to Rimrock, and I got witnesses to prove it.
Witnesses? For instance?
Randy McCall, Christine Taylor.
That's what I call witnesses. Who else? Lila Neal, I suppose. She'd make a good alibi witness for you. Randy, Christine, and Lila. There's three to draw to. So Lila saw you there too, huh?
Yes.
Come here, junkhead. You $1.50 brush jumper. Ooh. Well, dismissed you again, Quirt. But I'm patient. That's what hangs all you fellas in the end. I'm patient.
Lila. You talked about her when you were delirious. milk, you say?
We'll be right back.
Way down in old Virginia, 300 years ago, Captain John Smith and Pocahontas shot their meat and aged it slow. They smoked it and they spiced it too, for flavor at its best. Genuine Smithville barbecue surpasses all the rest.
Yes, folks, it's 300 years of tradition and taste you savor when you ask for a Smithfield barbecue James River brand at our refreshment center. In each flavorful morsel of meat, you can smell the hickory, oak, and applewood and taste the rare herbs and spices required for its cure. Here is truly a fresh new taste from an ancient recipe.
So go for deep down flavor of the Smithfield country kind. Just step right up here, neighbor, find a taste